Morning. National Poison Prevention Week is recognized during the month of March, and Dr. Adam Whitman from Rady Children's Hospital joins me this morning with some products that you need to look out for to protect your family. Thank you for being here.
Thank you for asking.
Tell us how common accidental poisonings are in this country.
2.4 million Americans are exposed to poisons every year, and more than half of these occur in kids under 6 years of age.
Boy, so you really have to be careful.
You have to be real vigilant.
This morning you brought some products that are some of the most common products that kids get into and they are harmed by. Let's begin over here.
Not only, it's not necessarily the products, but how similar these products are to everyday things that kids may see.
Okay, apple juice we have over here?
We have some cleaning products that just look extremely similar to drinks that kids may think are fine to chug and drink, and especially you can imagine if they don't read, become a real dangerous event.
They wouldn't know the difference.
We have some bleach and cleaners, and mostly what I'm bringing this is to emphasize the fact that all these products need to be kept away in latched closets and cabinets.
Because kids are attracted to colorful things. They look like toys, they look like candy, it looks like something good. So obviously keep these things out of reach. What's this?
This is a multivitamin. A lot of people consider that vitamins can't be too harmful, but you have to watch out. Kids get into this, think these are candies, and this brings up another point, making sure never to consider pills candies.
Right.
Because then they'll just kind of continue to eat them, and if you take too much, they can actually cause some harm. So supplements and multivitamins also need to be stored, locked away. All types of medicines need to be put in their remain in their bottles with the safety latches on.
And speaking of safety, these are some things, items that you should, if you have small children anyway, should have in your house at all times.
Absolutely.
Start with the phone number.
Well, this is one of the main reasons why I'm out here, to really get out poison control phone number. That's 1-800-222-1222. You can read it right there, but this should be either memorized or somewhere very easily accessible. Many cases of poisonings actually can be taken care of in the home. So if your child is having a convulsion, if your child is not breathing, if your child is unconscious, please call 911. But if your child is having no to very mild symptoms, contact the good people at Poison Control. They'll tell you what to do in the next event.
These are all latches and locks and things that you can buy at the hardware store for next to nothing to protect your kids. These are doorknobs. What's this for?
This is also different types of cabinets that, depending on how the locking mechanism and how the
for
opening
latches
mechanism.
and things.
Absolutely.
So really utilize them. Let's give us some tips on what to do. Maybe you've seen your kid has gotten into something and they're not unconscious. Do you make them throw up?
No longer. Syrup of Ipecac, which many of us may have grown up on, that's a product which causes kids to vomit. You no longer give to children. Really, you call the Poison Control Center initially, let them guide the therapy. If the child's gotten into it by ingesting it, then you want to make sure have the child spit out whatever remaining. Do not give them the Ipecac again, because there's other products that are better.
Well, why did they get rid of that Ipecac syrup?
Well, there's other products in the emergency department. So if we need to give them something called activated charcoal or a similar type of product, we don't want that they've just taken something that makes them very nauseous and vomit. Then we can't give them the product which actually is more helpful.
What if something they've been burned by some sort of a liquid, or something's gotten into their eye? Are there some home things that you could do before you get to the ER?
Lukewarm water, rinse the area very well.
In the eye?
On the skin and the eye. You want it to be room temperature, but try and get that child underneath some water, have the water rush down the eyes. That's going to be a little challenging in a toddler.
You talked about the burn, lukewarm water on an acid burn? Not ice cold water?
Any type of, well, this is if you come in contact with a poison. If it's more of a burn, you're right, you want it to be cold water. You want to remove the clothing. That's a big thing if we're talking burns, and you want to get that clothing off the child's skin, because that can continue to cause burning.
Are poisonings a big problem here in San Diego County?
Sure, yeah. I asked some of my ER colleagues, and they are estimating about 1 to 2 a day. I know personally in the urgent care setting, I'll contact Poison Control about once or twice a month, if not a little bit more.
What are the most common situations?
Well, one thing is when these products get put into other type of containers that kids think are safe.
Right.
So often we'll see children that come into the emergency department after spraying their little brother in the face with a water bottle, but turns out the water bottle no longer has water.
Sure.
Or they drank some soda that they found in the garage, and it no longer contains soda. It has one of these very bad poisons.
All right, so take these tips to heart. For more information, we can go to the KUSI website. We'll have a link to Rady Children's where you have more tips as well.
American Academy of Pediatrics has a great handout and talk about this as well.
Dr. Whitman, thank you very much for your time.
Thank you very much.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
Enjoy your day.
Thank you.
All right, we're going to toss things over to Rod Luck. He has moved to the UTC area right now. Elmo's gone, and now there's something else in the picture.
Yeah, I tell you what's interesting here is I'm an inquisitive person like many of you people. I see something, I want to know more about it. And then if I think it's interesting, I want to bring it to you. I saw this horse trailer parked one day outside somebody's house. And then when I went up and I looked in the back, there were dogs in it. Let me show you this. This is kind of interesting. Hello there. And Frosty is in here getting groomed. It's a grooming thing here. It's a horse trailer. Cam, this is kind of your operation. The Aussie...
This is Aussie Petmobile.
How long ago did this get started?
We've been doing this about 6, almost 7 years now, Rod.
Aussie, that would make me think maybe it has to do with Australia.
The whole thing, the concept started in Australia, over in Sydney, and then in 2001 it came to the U.S.
Wow, I like it. Now, we got a very, very important dog being groomed here today.
Yes, this is the celebrity spokes dog for Crunch Time Popcorn.
Get out of here.
Yeah, this is Frosty Dog.
And his own, then you do dogs, cats, and what's the biggest animal you've ever gotten in this thing?
Oh, great big old guys, maybe, like practically a pony, say 200 pounds or so.
And you're the Crunch Time Popcorn lady.
Yes, sir.
And then is our mascot.